It's a beautiful day in Eugene. We're going to go across town and see an old client. We're going to grab some fuel on the way. Let's just have a nice drive here.
Head west on Marlow Lane toward Gilman Road.
Okay, we'll do that. Let's see my two and the one on the shopping block. Nice and warm. Yesterday was like 100 degrees. Today it's like 88 degrees, which sure feels better. I'm from Georgia where it's hot all the time in the summertime. But I've had to tell people that there is no getting used to temperatures over 90 degrees no matter what. It just sucks when it's 100.
600 feet, turn right onto Gilman Road.
Hi, navigator. Take her right.
Next right onto Gilman Road.
So I hope everybody watching has been doing well and enjoying their early summer. I hope it's been productive and that y'all's air conditioners is working and ain't nobody cooking too much.
3/4 of a mile.
You know, I work outside as a laborer, if you want to call it that, in all temperatures and conditions, and I just want to give everybody the warning to be careful working in heat. Be sure to take time to hydrate, get something to drink, find shade. Try to make the harder activities happen in the early morning or the early afternoon, late afternoon, when it's not the hottest part of the day. There is no honor in the courage of acting like the sun isn't real and making yourself sick. And or not doing as good a job of whatever you're doing. Might be the smallest consequence of it. Not worth it. Get some shade. Worst consequence? High heat temperatures, they can kill. So on our right, we have a very fine middle school. Closed for the season, of course.
Turn left onto Crescent Avenue.
Cal Young Middle School. And right across the street from Cal Young Middle School is one new construction house and an open vacant lot directly across the street. Hard thing to find in Eugene. I don't know what that piece of property would cost, but if someone wanted to build a family home or an investment,
Left onto Crescent Avenue.
it doesn't get much better than right across from an award-winning school. We're going to turn left onto Crescent, which is the main thoroughfare. This will take us out to the Beltline Highway. Before it does, though, we're going to stop and get some fuel at the Chevron. Now, they just recently changed the law where you can, in fact, pump your own gas in Oregon. I'm hoping that we'll still have somebody pumping my gas for me today in Oregon, because I personally like it. I enjoy very much having somebody do that for me. It feels like a luxury. It employs people. And I hope it's still going to be a thing today. We'll see.
Continue for 3/4 of a mile.
Leaves one state left in America that's still by law you have to have somebody pump it, New Jersey. But once the thing is gone, it's gone. It's a luxury that I think a lot of people took for granted here. They all gonna find out all about it this winter if they have to pump their own gas in the pouring cold rain. So again, I'm hoping that there will be gas station attendants, because this is part of the culture and the lifestyle here. It's the little things, but it's the little things that make a place. Almost up here to the Green Acres Shopping Center. This is one of the closest places for me to do business for retail. Got my gas station, a Chevron, is going to be coming up on the right. Got Little Caesars, Walmart, a few fast food things like Subway to the left. the left, you've also got Dick's Sporting Goods, a few other big box stores. And on the right, we have our Home Depot. Also on the left is a massive Goodwill Supercenter, which is pretty cool, with an electronics department that, well, it's like going into Radio Shack from the 90s. That's neat. This is different. Alright, here we go. We do have a pump attendant. It will be nice. I'm going to pick a shady spot for my pump attendant. Pull up there, put in gear, open my gas flap, and shut down. I'll see you in just a second. That was cool. I'm pleased to say they are still pumping my gas for me. Just paid $5.15 a gallon for that premium. We'll get 40 plus miles per gallon out of that. This will be representative of my average drive to go see a client. This one's kind of on the other side of town. Going to check out a Sienna I have worked on many times before, getting some noise in the front end. I've replaced a lot of the front end, so I'm interested to see what is making the clatter. But this will be very representative of an average drive for me across town to see a client. Very normal course. To give you an idea, a day in the life of Willie Jenkins in Eugene, Oregon, as we cruise around and see what it's like. Got this gentleman running bull moose in his Ram. That's all he's pulling, his mirrors through the wind. Alright, we'll make our turn in the snowmobile. Now that is a good place to eat right there, that burger house. That's where you get the taco burger from. That's so good. So it's like a badass cheeseburger on a really good bun with fresh vegetables as you would request on it. And on top of that comes a dollop of like seasoned taco meat. Then there's some Fritos on top of that and some cheddar cheese. You want to talk about a stoner foot fusion food, that's it right there. You got yourself the munchies, that's where we go stop. And they got amazing shakes, the real shakes. The dairy, where they get it from, is not far from here. It's all pretty local. So that's delicious and a great alternative to your franchise fast food. We're going to get on the belt line, which is our idea of a local highway. Think 400 or 285, not I-75. Way smaller than that, and the speeds are going to be way slower. So we're going to accelerate into traffic that's probably going to be running about 40. I can tell by the ramp signal. Might be slower than that. We don't have to be on it for long though, and we get past this congestion point, we'll be on with it. Keep in mind, this is just a little multi-laner that runs through this town to get you to different points in this town. Feel the acceleration. Normal acceleration speed with air conditioning on. That's third gear. There's fourth. Oh, we made it to 40. Not exactly racing it. AC off. Green light, go. Second gear. No reason to dig in here. We're merging to stop. Have to watch this such. I got my moment. Here we go. Smaller the car, the better off you are. Works around here. That ain't my car rattling, by the way. If you're hearing rattling, that's buttons in that damn dash cam or my drink in the cup holder. So here is a very beautiful river. It's right next to the house. I don't think you can see none of that from here. We'll pull down there sometime. Great place to go take a dip. Go bask in the sun. Now we're accelerating through fourth gear. Again, this just goes point to point here in Eugene.
569 west for 4 miles.
We're going almost to the end of it, so that's why it's not as big of a rat race. This lane's traffic speed is approximately 55 miles per hour. People are running low 60s, not quite 65 on the left. Passing the River Road exit. This is where there's a lot of good business. And see, when we do have somebody violating the speed limit and trying to be nowhere in a hurry and having to mash the brakes, look at what they're in. Just want you to pay attention to that. We'll get some lackadaisical ones in other traditional vehicles, but that's how they represent here. Well, anyway, River Road. River Road that we're crossing here, that's a big main drag here in Eugene. You've seen me stop at the grocery outlet, the Advanced Auto Parts, many times. A lot of good business down in there. But a lot of my business comes from this side of town, where we're going, which is the south side. We are headed south-ish. Northwest Expressway, which multi-lane road, but it's straight as an arrow and flat. If you had a car with about 800 horsepower,
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 5 from Archer Drive.
Northwest Expressway would be way too tempting about 2 a.m. in a Hellcat. You run 70 miles an hour on it and you feel like you're not moving. It's that flat and straight. We're going to go right past that though. That's also where we would turn to get to the airport. We're coming up on it. That's the next one actually. You can see it's kind of hazy, not a cloud in the sky. Summertime in Oregon for you. West Coast sunshine on strong. Humidity extremely low, low 20%, something like that. So you hear people talk about a dry heat. This is what they're talking about. And you can see it in the air, in the haze in the distance. Classic Toyota. People drive the old ones out here. Some fun lane paint they've done. Not sure exactly what they're doing. They've been doing it for a minute though. Yeah, here's the Eugene Junction City Airport. So when I come to pick you up from the airport, this is where I'm going to get off. It's exit 6. Go right down that street. There's an arrow road. A couple miles and turn into the airport and pick you up. I believe it's going to have me turn on the Barger here.
In half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 5 from Archer Drive.
I'm going to do that. One is exit only and the other is exit think about it. And I never know. Depending what client, what client I'm going to, I need to take a left or a right here. And the middle lane will do both. But if you're taking a left,
turn right onto Archer Drive.
okay, we want to take a right, so we'll stay on the outside lane. Anyway, you want to use the middle lane to put you closer to the left-hand exit. It's weird.
Turn right onto Archer Drive.
You get in the far left-hand lane there, you're going to have to do all kinds of weird merging. And the center lane can go straight, turn left or right. Oregon intersection for you. We're just going to wait on the light here, because I can't see past the cars. Good deal. This is Barger.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto North Depot Avenue.
This is a nice area. This is where the older folks in town seem to live, is on this side of town. We're kind of away from the college. It's Clear Lake School. Again, I have several clients and clusters right around here.
Turn left onto North Depot Avenue.
We will turn left onto North Depot. And you're about to get your example of the classics that lurk in a Eugene neighborhood. So this is a better neighborhood. I think there's a pretty cool old Mustang out here that I'll have to show Mark maybe on the way back through. Maybe I'll jump out and get some cell phone footage of that. But just check out what people have just parked, street parked in these areas. There's nothing unusual about this. So we got
In a quarter mile, turn left
classic
onto
Honda, classic Chevy, classic Ford in the front yard, Dodge cool van, snub nose in the front yard. Let's just see what else. To my left, there's that Mustang, whatever it may be. It's pretty cool. Interestingly enough, I know that tow truck driver, and I didn't realize I knew him, where he lived. That's neat. Keep going. We got some kind of forestry service Jeep, big old camper van. We all collect it out here, folks, because it never rots. Gets us lower insurance rates. Occasionally you'll see a big truck, but you'll see people prefer a 250 over a 150 in Oregon. People drive bigger, if they go bigger. The medium small truck just ain't as much a thing. Old Dodge. Something probably cool under a cover there. Square body snub nose Ford. I think it's a brick.
Take the next left onto Sousa Street, then turn left to stay on Sousa Street.
So you see, people end up with car collections out here. And again, this is just a normal cruise down any street you want. Everybody ain't got brand new cars. Well, listen, folks, these houses are not cheap to live in. These folks got a little money. Check out this classic. Got some American muscle.
Sousa Street, then turn left to stay on Sousa Street.
We got several pieces of American muscle. Well, is this an Impala and then an old Mercury of some kind? Old jelly bean vans, people still boogieing around in.
Take the next left to stay on Sousa Street, then your destination will be on the right.
Yep, here we go. Alright, folks. Let's see what these noises are about on this van.
Destination is on the right.
Hopefully it would be no big deal. Sometimes this car is easy to deal with. Other times it's needed everything. We'll know in just a minute. I'll get some video. Shutdown procedure engaged. Parking brake engaged. Air conditioner off. Idle returns to flat. Key off. Alright, that was interesting. Sway bar link was a little loose. Just the nut on it. Wasn't moving far, just far enough to make a clacky clack sound. I put that on there, and it had moved from my mark upright.
Turn right onto Barger Drive.
I don't know why. It was a nylock style. It was nowhere near coming loose. It was loose enough to make a clack if I shake the crap out of it. So, took care of that, tightened that down, told the customer if it returns its ugly head, I'll order a new sway bar link and put it on the car. But for now, that's settled, and I think that'll be the end of it. Who knows what the hell happened. But now, we're on our way to the Albertsons grocery store. I hear tell they got Zippo fluid over there. Zippo fluid's kind of hard to find. I got a new Zippo insert. I'm building a titanium Zippo lighter. I got the case coming. But I got a new insert, and I need gas for it. So, we're going to head by the Albertsons grocery store and go grab that. I was glad that van turned out to be easy, and that I did a more thorough inspection until I figured out what the trouble was. I backed up to let this person have a better view. Now it's my turn, okay. Yeah, crap happens. I put them parts on 6 months ago. They weren't clacking when it left, or I'd have tightened it up more. That's for sure.
Turn right onto the ramp to Beltline Road, West 11th Avenue.
That's a situation where I don't ask questions. I put a wrench on it. That's what I go for, what I do. And we did that, put a wrench on it. So we're going to take a right and get back on the belt line to go to this grocery
Turn
store.
right onto the ramp to Beltline Road, then merge onto Randy Papay Beltline.
Off with the air conditioner for the merging maneuver, because this will be moving fast enough to talk about. Full tool load back there. Still not going to give my poor little car hell. Gasoline is expensive. Oh yeah, we got this merge. No reason to go crazy. So all is well that works out there. Let's get this lighter fluid. When I get back, we're going to get that intake manifold installed the rest of the way. We're back on the car. Boy, am I tired of dealing with that mental health excursion. I just don't like the way that went. That car needs a new intake manifold to be correct. I can install the gaskets in it and it should seal it, and it'll be better than it was, and hopefully we won't have terrible misfire and lean codes everywhere, but that's where I'm at with it. What could happen? Customer doesn't want to buy the part. Well, I take that back. Hard to find the part. Part is expensive. Customer wants it back together now. It's been over 100 degrees. Long story short, it takes time to do my job. Certain customers are good customers, but they got to give me a chance to cook. Hopefully we won't have to have too much of that conversation. I think I'll let them know. I'm going to do my best to have that back together. That's the plan. I'm not going to hold my breath. So this is a grocery store I'm not used to going to. Go in here and grab this Zippo fluid and something to eat for the evening. I'm pretty hungry. Been hot dogs for the last 2 days. Good hot dogs too. I got the killer ones. But I'm over it. I gotta eat something different tonight.
Turn right onto North Daymo Avenue.
I know where I'm at, but I don't do my grocery shopping on this side of town. This is where I'm at for work, so always a new adventure. Might be a little adventure, but we'll go somewhere to do something.
Take the next left onto Candlelight Drive, then your destination will be on the left.
Alright, that means turn into shopping center on the left. Good old. Self-driving my tail. Okay, I can honestly say I've not been in this shopping center at all.
Your destination is on the left.
It's kind of a shinier looking Albertsons than I'm used to. This is the retiree side of town. So I imagine we're going to see something that reminds me more of a Publix. You come on across the street, ma'am. You're welcome. I ain't in a hurry. Welcome to Eugene. Some interesting effect on them headlights. A little bit of jealousy out of this guy. I wonder how I get that look on mine. Neat. Alright, let's run in here and get what we can for. Alright, they did have Zippo fluid, and I just had the first cigarette in a couple of days that tasted worth a damn. Been having to use a Bic lighter Taste that nasty butane. Yep. It's a thing called courtesy, folks. Courtesy and respect. Courtesy and respect. We just all show each other a little more courtesy and respect as a world. Things will be better. Alright, let's hit the road. We gotta get back to the house quick so an impatient person can have it quick. Gotta get it done right now. I will remind them if necessary that we live in Eugene. Ain't nothing gotta happen quick today. You gotta commute into downtown New York City tomorrow morning? I really doubt it.
In 100 feet, turn right onto Royal Avenue. Take the next right onto Royal Avenue, then turn right onto North Dainbow Avenue. Take the next right onto North Dainbow Avenue.
Well, if this is North Dainbow and where I turned off earlier, why did the directions take me?
Turn left onto Roosevelt Boulevard.
GPS must have considered something quicker earlier that doesn't make any sense. I'll try to make sense of it on the map when I get back.
Turn left onto Roosevelt Boulevard.
We'll turn left.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Oregon 569 East, Brandy Bouquet Beltline. Signs for Beltline Road, Santa Clara. Turn left onto Oregon 569 East, Brandy Bouquet Beltline. Signs for Beltline Road, Santa Clara.
Let's get on the highway from the beginning.
Continue on Oregon 569 East for 7 miles.
Park throttle cruise up to speed. Just past 60. There's 65, 70. We'll settle in. Turn the AC back on. Alright, so look at all them beautiful Douglas fir and pine trees. All the leaves are back on all the trees. It's summer. It's green, green, green all around here. Beautiful day. There's kind of a wisp of a cloud in the sky. That's all we're going to get for a while, though. Welcome to the West Coast. That's a little bit better. I'm not fully satisfied with this dash cam. I'm afraid it's putting rattling noises in the recording as we speak. It also likes to go crooked. After I get the move done, I'm going to buy a real one, a nice one. Like a GoPro that makes it look like floating cam behind the car, something like that. I apologize for the quality of some of my videos. I'm learning how to do them, and my technology is a bit limited, but that gets better every day. I get something more skills and more equipment all the time. Really not a whole lot to cry about. Got my new Motorola phone. It seems to have an excellent camera on it. It seems to talk to my computer much more quickly, which is cool. Bluetooth file transfer actually works. A few things actually work that are neat. So that's pretty exciting. As you can see, we're 6 o'clock, but most of the hustle and bustle is gone. Regular people done working for the day, not this guy. I just got started. Never ceases to amaze me. I don't know how much of those mountains you can see in the background, how clearly, but those are just hills, basically. And it's as big as the biggest mountain in Georgia would be that right there. Union Pacific Rail Yard, crossing over it. Raw materials from the West Coast, packaged up, being sent east to the industrial centers. We are raw materials here. Sure is nice cruising down the highway at 62 miles per hour, getting that gas mileage, watching it tick up, up, up. Save that gas. Don't be in no hurry. I'll follow the Subaroid though. Traffic entering at the next intersection for River. Well, welcome to a day in my commute. This is what it's like to cruise around here. Get a few nothing things done. So, is there anything you'd like to hear me talk about in one of my next videos? Be sure to let me know in the comment sections. You know, if you subscribe and you like it, then my content will get out there and more people will see it. And yeah, that'd just be better for everything. So please take the time, if you enjoyed it, to hit the like, subscribe. And if not, if you thought it was a bunch of shit, hit the dislike button and let me know about why in the comment section. I will try to use your criticism constructively. Your brakes to make the merge, pal. That's not how you drive, Subaru. Watch, I'll show you how you do. I'll use you as my get in there. Thank you. I'll get behind the taco and jam the brakes. See why it don't pay to get in a hurry? It's 40 miles an hour, folks. If I still had that Atlanta road warrior mentality, this sort of thing used to clam me up and get me all pissed off. Now I realize that this is the better pace of life. Let's just take it easy, and then we'll all get where we're going. Smoke a big bowl. I don't want to do any more work today. I got to get in gear though. Doing good for myself, and I need to stay that way. Alright, back at my main intersection, headed back towards the house.
Take the Good Pasture Island Road exit.
The Good Pasture Island Road exit. That's what the GPS calls it. Scion XB. Cut that into a little pickup truck. I never understood why Scion didn't make such a thing. They could have sold all of them. The more fun Toyota brand. Offered a solid product.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Green Acres Road.
Never fully caught on though. More so here than elsewhere. Taco truck. They're everywhere. Hurry up and wear out, taco truck. I need to replace everything underneath you for your owner. I know that's not an Atlanta Falcon
Turn right
sticker.
onto Green Acres Road.
I mean, maybe it is. But it makes me wonder what else more near here uses that same
Continue for 3/4
mascot
mile.
or something similar enough. So here we are, yep, market of choice. I choose not to go there because they chose I couldn't afford their grocery prices. That is an expensive mother right there. They tell me it's real good eating. Yeah, I saw like $9 milk one time. I felt like I was not in the right place. Come up here past the automated bus stop and crosswalk. These are everywhere. You watch out for the pedestrians around here. Full on set of bike lanes, of course. That's what all that is beyond that white stripe. Bicycle lane. Get you an electric bicycle, you can get you a multi-person bicycle. But if y'all are still watching this late into the video, I just want you to take a brief look around for a second at where you're at, and you tell me, is it that nice, this nice and pretty where you're at? I mean, this isn't the richest place as far as a giant McMansion house, but just look around you. You see any trash on this street?
In a quarter mile, turn right
There's a
onto
little
Gilman
piece,
Road.
somebody will pick that up. But I mean, we have to look. No, there isn't trash all over the street. It's clean. It's a clean area. People care. People care about what it's like where they're at. And I feel like it shows. A lot. You know, I've mused about this topic before, but I could have chose anywhere in this country to go. And this is my choice, and I'm thankful for it every day. But the next thing I would say to that is, look around you. This might not be the right place for you, but are you where you want to be? Life is too short to live it in the wrong place, in a place that isn't right for you. Moving, uprooting, changing your scenery, it's scary. It takes courage and determination, and you have to take risks. They are risks worth taking. And if you're strong enough that you succeed at what you're doing, then you will only succeed more following your dreams. So I encourage you to get out there. If you look around you and you're like, I don't like this place, if that's part of what troubles you in your life, it was part of what troubled me in my life for a really long time. If that's part of your deal, I encourage you to look around you, find where you want to be, and make a plan to get there. It's too short. Don't spend your days on earth where you're miserable. Find a place that makes you happy to wake up there. Maybe that's a little ocean town. Maybe that's... Who knows what that means for you? That means something different for everybody. But if it ain't what you want, we still have the freedom to travel, as for now. Migrate. Find a new home. Create a new life. You won't regret it. By the time you actually take the steps to go where you think you want to be, you won't be wrong. We're returning back to Sheldon High School field. Roger Herbert track, home of the Irish. Let's Let's get these things put away. See if I can't get something done with that Mazda while this video uploads. Gotta do something. I'm over the junk sitting here, I know that much. Anyway, we'll park like this for right now. Have a great evening, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Engage shutdown sequence.